Next one is Bloodbath by Nightmare Made Flesh from Bloodbath. You know, pretty creepy going from Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson to Bloodbath. There you go. It's kind of hard to see. I did make a video where I first got them, but you know, I don't think I showed them off in their finished product state. I got this is a band. I think it was Sublime Anomalies, something like that. Sublime Vile Anomalies. It looked very very interesting as a band, and I think it's death metal, definitely. This is, it's kind of hard to see. Oh, this is Doom Syndicate. Good album. Like, I got this from Comatose Music, all up. Very good. They're very good for like thrash, death, black metal type stuff. If you're into that sort of stuff. If you're not, don't go there. This is Dehumanized, Control Elite. Very good. I definitely like these ones because they always use like a whole 80s type esque with 80s type art and sound, really, and that to me that's just what makes it great. Next one is Blood Soaked, which is a fantastic one man death metal band. There's the lead singer who's just been duplicated 3 times. When I first saw this, I thought he was like a three brother band which all had the same tattoos and all that, but no, it's a one man band. And this is the next Blood Soaked one, Grotesque Memories. And if these look good, I mean, I'll put a Comatose link in the description so people that see this and they want to give it a go can give it a go. Next pile is, this is Slayer. Slayer's Seasons in the Abyss. Sorry, one of my one of my favorite Slayer albums. Definitely one of their best. I think I like that better more than Rain and Blood. I mean, Rain and Blood's a classic and brilliant of all time, but I don't know, that one just felt better to me. And I have another, next is the Slayer 2-back, which has South of Heaven and Undisputed Attitude. 2 great albums, fantastic albums. My favourite off this one is South of Heaven, mainly because it just sounds great. I mean, obviously they both sound great, but to me South of Heaven was just the one that hit me, you know. South of Heaven, the main song was brilliant, Spill the Blood was brilliant, Ghost of War, so good. Next one is Deathclaw, the first Metalocalypse album, which is a great show as well. You know, even if you don't like metal, you should just check the show out, you know. One of the greatest bands that have come out of the internet, or TV rather. Next one is the Creedence Clearwater Revival singles collection. Not a collection, but it had, the reason I got this one instead of the albums, because it had the albums there, was it has about shit ton, like 50 or 60 songs on there. Oh, 60, yeah, about 30 songs on there. 30 songs, and it's got a DVD with I Heard Through the Grapevine bootleg, Put a Spell on You and Looking Out My Back Door, which is probably 4 of my favourite songs they've ever made, so there you go. The next one is Machine Head, the Blackening, which is actually a thrash masterpiece, you know. I definitely love the artwork. I like it how it's very medieval with how it was. It looks like it's like something you definitely read out from the Times about the Black Death and all that, and it's just got some great songs. Next one is Meshuggah. This is my first Meshuggah album. I have heard their latest one, which was actually really good, but to me, and I've heard their other ones, like 46 I think it was, and can't remember the other ones, but I've definitely listened to them. YouTube's your friend. But to me, Obscene is their best. Just how it works and how different it is. I think this is their best one yet. Colossus was very good though. That was their second best for me. Next one I have is Bob Marley, No Sympathy. I like Bob Marley. He's very good, you know. You can't hate Bob. He definitely, like, when you listen to his music, he's definitely got some good stuff to say. You just got to listen, but yeah, Bob Marley, brilliant. For me anyway, you know. And the next one, The Sword. This is the Warp Riders one. It's quite hard because this is one of my favourite Sword albums. I also got the Appreciation thingy. That was my first one. This is my first Sword album I got. I first got into Sword by listening to Lawless Lands, which is so good. And then I saw this one and I bought it. I was like, and then the next day I go to JB Hi-Fi and I see the Sword. They didn't have this one here, but they had this. So I bought that, fell in love with it, and then when I saw the Sword Warp Riders, I bought that straight away. Brilliant, brilliant album. Very Black Sabbath-ish, and Deep Purple-ish, a bit of Pink Floyd, I think. And they're just good. I would definitely recommend them. Almost coming to an end now. I haven't got a shit ton. Next one is one of my favourite Rainbow albums, Rainbow Rising. I've got to get more, but this is my first Rainbow album. I have obviously heard the rest because we live in the day of the internet now, you know. Most people just go on YouTube. I could download it, obviously, anyone could, but I feel like things like this, I have to go out and buy, which kind of sucks for some people. For some people, in a way, because you have to spend all this money, you got to find it. But in a way, it just feels right. It just feels like you got a physical copy of something that you enjoy, which is why instead of downloading all these, I just buy them. And why some of these albums I've actually downloaded myself, I've gone out and bought them pretty much straight afterwards, which is kind of a rarity for most people these days. It's like, oh, just download it, it's fine, just make a copy of it with something. But when you buy a copy like this, you get the artwork, you get a physical disc, you get everything you need, and I just find it better that way. And this is coming up to one of my favourite bands, being Tool, 10,000 Days. For those that don't know, my three favourite bands of all time would have to be Tool, Motorhead, and Black Sabbath. I love all the other ones as well, but they are the ones that definitely turned me into who I am today. Some great artwork there. 10,000 Days wasn't my first one. No. My first Tool song I think was Jambi. It was Jambi. Because this was back when graphics were the biggest thing for video games, and I was looking at Crysis Warhead, and then some guy had a video with Jambi song. I was like, man, that sounds awesome. So I just kept on rewatching that video, listening to the song, and I looked it up and I found 10,000 Days, and I downloaded that album, loved it. Downloaded the other albums, loved them, and then for my birthday that year, I went out and bought 10,000 Days, Undertow, Bill Hicks, Anima. I've changed it to the Bill Hicks one because he's also a great comedian, which I love. And I bought Lateralis as well. And the last one I bought was Opiate, which is actually a brilliant EP-ish album. I don't think I got the bag. I'm actually staring at the bag I bought these with right now. They're filled up and they're probably not really nice to get, but it's very cool. Now this one, I have Nevermore's The Obsidian Conspiracy Special Edition-ish thing, which comes with the CD itself in a great pack. Comes with like postcard-ish things, which are pretty cool. It's got postcard. Try to like spread them out to show them off here. Yeah, they're just postcards with lyrics on the back, and some are like postcards you can just send off to, I guess, people, which is really good. It also comes with DVD that teaches you how to shred, and you can print off and make your own guitar tabs, which is pretty cool. I haven't done that yet, but I should. Another one is Soen, which is very Toolish, and I did make a video on these guys, and pretty much go watch that if you want to know my full review on it. But yeah, I actually quite enjoy Soen. Very good band. I can't wait to see what they do next. And Storm Corrosion, which was the collaboration of Opeth's Michael Ackerfeld and Porcupine Tree's Steven Wilson. And that just came out, so that was weird. I definitely like Opeth and Porcupine Tree, and Storm Corrosion is a great collaboration. I would suggest anyone to get it. This special edition comes with a DVD and the CD itself. Brilliant thing to have. I would suggest anyone to get it if you're a fan of both bands. Okay, the next one is a triple pack I got, which was Judas Priest. It's Ram It Down, British Steel and Scream of Vengeance. 3 great albums. think I'll probably get the 5-pack, which is $20. I should definitely get that. The only one that has in it that I haven't, it's got pretty much 4 I would have, and I'd have British Steel, so I'd just get rid of British Steel if I got it. And the next one, which I saw these guys live at Soundwave, and they were brilliant, fantastic. Black Label Society, Mafia. I've definitely got to get more, but you know, unfortunately, places I go to buy this stuff, they just don't have it. They always have either this one or the newest one. I think I'm a Black Psych, and that's it. Oh, but great album. Suggest anyone getting it. It was a tribute to Dimebag, I believe. Dimebag. Alright, next is Opeth, Blackwater Park, which is, I believe, their masterpiece, because it's, you know, Libra Affinity, Bleak, Harvest, Strawberry Falls, Blackwater Park. It's a masterpiece. If you haven't heard of it, I would suggest going out and listening to it. You know, what are you going to lose? What have you got to lose? YouTube, Opeth, Blackwater Park. You'll find the whole album on it, and as a video, watch it. You'll love it. Same with the Ghost Reveries. Quite enjoy this one. Ghost of Perdition is probably one of my favourite songs from this album. And the Grand Conjuration, that's definitely a good one. And Revere Harlequin Forest Down, ooh, that was good. Sitting back when the rain's just pouring down, windows open, you're laying back and you can just close your eyes. This is a good album to listen to. And the next Opeth one is the Roundhouse Tapes, which was my first Opeth album. Second. These are the live. This was the live one, which has. See that. It has DVDs. Actually, I think one has Queer yeah, it's got the CD of the live play, and it's got the DVD of the live one, which is actually a good DVD. I would definitely love to see these guys live, but money issues. Which kind of sucks because they're actually coming to where I am finally. In Adelaide, nothing ever really big comes to Adelaide unless you're at Soundwave or if they're a really big enough band. But wow, it's about time. And the last pile of my CD collection is well, this is, I got Iron Maiden's Peace of Mind. It's Iron Maiden, really. It's just brilliant. Obviously, it's brain and such. I've got Iron Maiden's Power Slave, which is great. I literally just bought. I actually bought this because it was very Egyptian themed. I love Egyptian themed stuff, so I just went, nah, I gotta get this. Life After Death, which is actually a really good live album. I'm not usually a big fan of live albums, but this was actually very well done. Like, it sounds very studio-ish. You know, if you got rid of the screaming and yelling after each song, pretty much you would think this was a live album, but not live album. It was like a studio album, but really good live album. So it's Iron Maiden. What would you expect? My favourite Iron Maiden album, Somewhere in Time. It's pretty much everything I love in life. Zombies, science fiction, cowboys, science fiction itself, 80-esque type looking. It's just brilliant. And I say brilliant a lot, but you know, I wouldn't have these in my collection if I didn't like him, you know. And yeah, and I'm going to call him brilliant because I like it. You know. Next one is The Number of the Beast, which is actually another fantastic album by them. To me, Iron Maiden is like a beer. You either like it at first or you hate it. But over time, like when I first tried beer, I hated beer. But over time, I now love it. Same with Iron Maiden. At first, I thought, man, these are alright. But I've heard better. And then after a while, it just clicks, and it just clicks, and wham! Iron Maiden's one of the greatest bands you'll ever hear, which is true for me anyway. Next one is Seven Son, Seven Son. Fantastic album too. Seven Son, Seven Son, Seven Son, Seven Son. These were the ones that they did. I have most of the 80s ones. I just have, I think, 2 more, which was with Del Pulio, I think his name was. I gotta get those 2, which was Killers, and I think it might have just been Killers. I can't fully remember. I haven't got all the 90s one when Bruce Dickinson left. But when he came back, I got Iron Man, It's a Matter of Life or Death. Brave New World. and Dance of Death. I think these albums were really good because they were very different for Maiden, because they were different when you heard them. But they were still Maiden, but they were very long. They were longer. They were up to an hour, and I think the longest one that they did in the 80s was 50 minutes, 55 minutes or something. And this was like an hour and 10 minutes over, like at the limit of a disc. So I was very happy about that.